Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Riaz Hussain Junaidjo and I am delivering video lectures for the course of Applied Electricity and Electronics. The course code is CEE103. This course is being offered by the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Kamsat University, Islamabad, WA campus for the semester of fall 2020. This course is being offered for the program of BS Civil Engineering semester 1, and this is a series of lectures. Today we are going to discuss lecture number 12, and today's topic is why delta transformations or star delta transformations. Previously, we have seen that how we can simplify the resistances in series and resistances in parallel. We know that since there are three possibilities, so third possibility is that the resistances could not be in series or in parallel. So we'll see that how we can simplify such resistances in some kind of limited manner. Next, we'll see the general methods that we can apply to every circuits. So for the students information, these video lectures and course slides are being prepared from the textbook of Fundamentals of Electric Circuit. The author is Alexander Sadiko. So let's start. Since we are discussing chapter number 2, and today we are going to discuss section 2.7, that is why delta transformations are star delta transformations. So just already mentioned that often the resistances are neither in series nor in parallel. Just like let's consider this resistance network of resistances. We have source voltage with voltage volts Vs, and we have resistances R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, and R6. So we can see that none of them is in series with each other. Actually, none of the resistance is in series with any other resistance, and also none of the resistance is in parallel with any of the other resistances. Just like if we consider R2 and R3, they are not in series because here current is obviously divided. Third branch is connected at the meeting point. So obviously in that case we cannot say that R2 and R3 are in series. Similarly, R2 and R3 are also not parallel because you can see that here this point is common, but this is a different point in each resistance. That is, R2 has different ending point and R3 has different ending point. So R2 R3 are not in parallel as well. So we can say that R2 and R3 are neither in series nor in parallel. Similarly, R5, R6 are also not in parallel, neither in series, because this point is actually common, but their and next point is different. So these are all obviously not in series nor in parallel. So it means that we cannot apply the techniques that we developed for series and parallel resistances here. So how we can simplify such networks, or how we can find the current or voltage across any of the resistances? Luckily, there is another somehow technique that we can apply here. So we can say that about circuits of this type can be simplified using three-terminal equivalent circuits. So we can convert the actually three-terminal equivalent circuits to another circuit. So in that case, we may be successful in reducing or finding the total resistance in between two terminals. So just like we have this type of resistance network, you can see that we have three terminals, in fact four terminals, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see that terminal 2 and 4 are actually electrical from electrical point of view, these are same terminals. So roughly we have three terminals. So resistance R1 is connected in between point 1 and this neutral point, or common point. Similarly, R2 is connected in between point 3 and this neutral point, and R3 is connected in between point number 2 and 4, or 2 or 4 and this point. So you can see that shape of this circle just like Y. So that's why we say that this is a Y network, or actually some kind of uh, T network. Similarly, we can also convert this network just like here. So still we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 terminals. So R1 is connected between terminal 1 and this common or neutral point. Similarly, R2 is connected just like here in between terminal 3 and this point, or common point, and R3 is connected between 2 R4 terminal and this common point. So see, you can see that this Y network is same as this T network. So this type of arrangement also is known as T network. So actually we can convert this network into its equivalent network, that is known as delta network. Again, you can see from the shape that the shape of this network is just like delta. So still we have 4 terminals, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So here we have used different notations as compared to Y network. So we say that, let's assume that resistances are R, A, RB and RC. You can see that we have connected in actually clockwise direction. Similarly, here we have connect the resistances in clockwise direction, R1, R2, R3, R1, R2 and R3. So resistance RC is connected in between terminal points 1 and 3. Resistance RA is connected in between terminal 3 and 4, and resistance RB is connected in between 1 and 2 R1 and 4. So it means that if we want to convert this network into delta network, so we must actually follow these points in converting the network. Similarly, this network can also be constructed or redrawn using in this diagram. So you can see that this is still some kind of delta network, but here shape is somehow changed. So we could say that this is actually pi network. So pi and delta are same network. Similarly, Y and T network are same network. So here again you can see that RA is connected between terminal point 3 and 4, RB is connected between terminal 1 and 2, and RC is connected between terminal 1 and 3, just like here. So remember that Y delta transformation means that if we see that there is a network just like Y shaped in given circuit, so we can convert that network into its equivalent delta network. Or if we see that there is a delta network in this given circuit, so we can convert that delta network into its equivalent Y network. Just like here, we can see that we have actually delta network here, R4, R6 and R5. These form these three elements form a delta network. So we can convert that network into its equivalent Y network, and then we maybe we can simplify the resulting network using series parallel combinations. So next we'll see that how we can find the formula for converting from Y to delta and from delta to Y. So these are the Y or T networks, and the delta are pi networks, just like I already mentioned. So let's see that how we can convert delta network to Y network. So this means that suppose it is more easy to work with a Y network in a place where the circuit contains a delta network. Assume that we have complicated circuit. In that circuit we have a delta network, but if we convert that delta network into Y network, then we can easily solve the resulting circuit. So let's convert that delta into Y network. So to obtain the equivalent resistances in the Y network, we compare the two networks and make sure that the resistances between each pair of nodes in the delta or pi is same as the resistance between Y or T network. Just like, let's suppose we have this delta network, and we want convert this delta network into its equivalent Y network. So when these two networks will be equivalent, these will be equivalent if resistance between terminal 1 and 3 will be same in delta network is same as the resistance in between terminals 1 and 3 in the Y network. Similarly, these two networks are equivalent if resistance between terminal 1 and 2 is same as resistance across terminals 1 and 2 in Y network. Similarly, These are same if resistances in between terminal 3 and 4 in delta network is same as resistance between 3 and 4 terminals in Y network. So then that means resistance R1 2 in Y network, then obviously that will be the resistance between terminal 1 and 2. So if we see resistance, that what is the resistance in between terminal 1 and 2, so you can see that actually in this case R2 will be disconnected. We are connecting ohm meter across these two terminals, so obviously R1 and R3 will be in series, so resistance between terminal 1 and 2 will be equal to R1 plus R3. But resistance in between terminals point 1 and 2 in delta network is obviously, you can see that if we see that what is the resistance in between terminals 1 and 2. So again this means that we are connecting ohm meters across terminals A and B. So in that case we can see that RC and RA will be in series and the result will be in parallel with RB. So you can say that R12 in delta network, that is resistance between points 1 and 2 in delta network, will be equal to RB in parallel with series combination of RA and RC. So this will be RB parallel with RA plus RC. Obviously, if these networks are equivalent, so it means that R12 in delta, in fact Y network should be equal to R12 in delta network. So we can easily make equal to these equations. So we can say that R12 is equal to R1 plus R3 in Y. So this is same as RB parallel with RA plus RC. So we know that when two resistances are in parallel, we use the formula that product divided by sum. So this will be RB RA plus RC divided by sum of the resistances RA plus RB plus RC. So let's call this equation 1. Similarly, we can see that resistance in between terminals 1 and 3 in Y network is actually R1 plus R2, and resistance in between terminals 1 and 3 in delta network is actually RC parallel with RA plus RB, series combination of RA and RBs in parallel with RC. So this means that R1 plus R2, that should be equal to RC multiplied by RA plus RB divided by RA plus RB plus RC. So let's call this equation number 2. Similarly, resistance between 3 and 4 terminals in Y network is obviously R2 plus R3, because these are now in series. This will be actually disconnected. There can now be no current. So obviously this will be disconnected. So resistance between 3 and 4 terminals will be R2 plus R3. So in this case, actually you can see that in the delta network, this will be RA parallel with RC plus RB. So this will be R2 plus R3. This should be equal to RA multiplied by RB plus RC divided by RA plus RB plus RC. So let's call this equation number 3. So now we have equation 3 equations. You can see that actually these equations are mixed equations. So we want to solve for either R1, R2, or R3, R for RA, RB, and RC. So that means that on the left hand side there should be only R factor of R1, and that R1 should be expressed in terms of RA, RB, and RC. So let's see that how we can simplify these equations to find the value of R1, R2, and R3. So subtracting equation 3 from 2, we get obviously the next is very simple algebra. If we subtract equation number 3 from equation number 2, that is if we subtract this equation from this equation, we can see that factor of R2 will be cancelled, remaining will be R1 minus R3. So R1 minus R2, yes, R1 minus R2, that should be equal to RA, RB, RC divided by RA plus RB plus RC. Again, we have use the LCM, and then we have simplified and so on. So there are some steps skipped here, so you should actually extend those steps on the rough copy. So let's call this equation number 4. So if we add this equation into equation 2, into in fact equation number uh, in fact equation number 1, so we can say that R1 will be equal to RB RC divided by RA plus RB plus RC. So now you can see that we have expressed R1 in terms of RB, RC and RA. So it means that we have actually converted the resistance R1 in Y network, and we have expressed that resistance in terms of delta network resistances. So similarly, subtract equation 4 from 2, we get the value of R2, that will be equal to R R RC RA divided by RA plus RB plus RC. So now again we have the value of R2 here and R1 here. Similarly, subtracting equation 5 from equation 1, we get R3 is equal to RA RB divided by RA plus RB plus RC. So you can see that now we have value of R1, R2, R3 in terms of RA, RB and RC. So one more thing, you can see that in equation 5, 6 and 7, the denominator is RA plus RB plus RC. Numerator depends on the value of R1, R2, or R3. If we are finding or computing R1, in the numerator RA term will be vanished. Simply RB and RC are present. If we are computing R2, you can see that RB is not present, only RC and RA are present. And similarly, if we want to compute R3, so in this case in numerator there is no RC terms, but only RA and RB terms. So hence each resistance in the Y network is the product of the resistors in the two adjacent delta branches divided by the sum of three resistances. So next we want to convert the Y network to delta network, that is want to convert back the Y network to delta network. That means that we want to express RA, RB and RC in terms of R1, R2 and R3 only. So we have these equations. R1 is equal to like that, RB and RC divided by sum of the resistances in delta network, and the second R2 or RC RA divided by sum of the delta network resistances, and R3 is equal to RA RB divided by sum of the delta network resistances. So remember that converting from Y to delta means that we want to find the value of RA in terms of R1, R2 and R3. Similarly, we want to find value of RB in terms of R1, R2 and R3. And finally, we want to find RC in terms of R1, R2 and R3. So from above equations, we note that if we actually multiply R1 and R2 and then add with R2 R3 plus R3 R1, so this will be like that. So this will be RB RC square RA plus RC RA square B plus RA RB square RC divided by RA plus RB plus RC whole square. So we can take common RA RB RC. So next we can say that R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1 is RA RB divided by RA RB plus RC. This is RC. So let's call this equation number 4. So if we divide equation 4 by each of the equation 1 to 3, that is, if we divide, let's suppose let's start from equation number 1. So if we divide this equation with equation number 1, like that is in this equation, so we can see that actually when we divide left side with R1, so obviously this whole side will be divided with R1, but on the right side we can see that RB and RB will divide it, and similarly RA, RB and RC will be divided, remaining will be RA only. So we can say that this will be RA is equal to R1 plus R1 R2 plus R2 R3 1 plus R3 R1 divided by R1. Similarly, we can if we divide this equation with equation number 2, we get a value of RB. So in that case, we can say that this will be yeah, and this will be R1, R2 plus R2, R3, R3, R1 divided by R2, and RC will be equal to R1, R2 plus R2, R3 plus R3, R1 divided by R3. So you can see that there's some kind of symmetry or similarity between the equations. If we want to compute RA, then in the numerator we have the product of the terms, that is R1, R2, R2, R3 plus R3 R1, and in the numerator we have R1 because we are computing RA. Similarly, numerator here is same, the denominator only changes, that is depend on the resistance. Since we are computing RB, so this will be divided by R2. Similarly, for RC this will be divided by R3. So we can say that hence each resistance in the delta network is the sum of all possible products of Y networks that taken two at a time divided by the opposite Y resistances. The Y and delta networks are said to be balanced when, remember, this is again some kind of technical term, the two networks are balanced if R1 is R2 and it is equal to R3, and let's suppose it is equal to RY. Similarly, RA is equal to RB is equal to RC, and let's suppose this is R delta. And obviously under these condition we have RY is equal, from this equation we can say that Ry will be equal to, since all restances are common, so this will be R delta divided by 3, or R delta is equal 3 Ry. So in using these equations, we can convert the network from delta to y, or from y to delta. So let's see an example. Convert the delta network shown to an equivalent y network. So we have simple network. So we want to convert this network into equivalent network of the y. So you can see that this is delta network. We can say that this is terminal 1, 2, and 3. Remember that we have to take clockwise direction and so on. So solution, let's see the solution using the delta y transformation equations, that we want to convert from delta to y. So we want to have this equation, R1 is like RB RC divided by RA plus RB plus RC. So we have to simply plug the values of RB RC and RA. So we have value of RB, and it is actually 10 ohm, multiplied by value of RC is 25, and divided by sum is 25 plus 15 plus 10. So this is 50. So 250 divided by 50 is 5 ohms. Similarly, R2 will be equal to RC RA divided by sum of the delta network. So RC is uh, 15 multiplied by RA, and RC is 25 multiplied by RA is 15 divided by again 50, so this will be 7.5. Similarly, R3 will be equal to RA so 15 into 10 divided by 50 is 3 ohms. So the equivalent YRT network is shown. So now we can convert this network into equivalent network. So remember that actually points must be coincident on each other. So here we have ABC delta network. So we have to connect resistance R1 with terminal A, resistance R2 with terminal B, and resistance R3 with terminal C. So value of R1 is 5 ohm, value of R2 is 7.5, and value of R3 is 3 ohms. So now we have the required TR, actually Y networks. Let's see another example. Convert or transform the Y network shown into a delta network. So again we have three terminal network A, B, and C. So we want to convert into equivalent delta network. So we have the equations RA is equal to R1 R2 plus R2 R3 plus R3 R1 divided by R1. So we have to plug the value of R1 R2 and R3. This is the terminal A, so resistance connected is R1. This is terminal B, resistance connected is R2. This is a resistance, terminal C, resistance connected there is R3. So simply R1 R2 10 multiplied by 20 plus 20 multiplied by 40 plus 40 multiplied by 10 divided by R1, that is 10. So this will be 140 ohm. Similarly, RB will be equal, numerator will be same, similarly denominator will be only change, that depends on the value you are computing. Since we are computing RB, so denominator will be equal to R2. So this will be this whole thing divided by 20, so this is 70. Similarly, RC, this whole denominator divided by R3. So in this case, R3 is 40, so divided by 40, this will be 35 ohms. So this will be the equivalent network where we have the values of RB and RC as computed. So using this technique, we can simplify the complicated looking circuit into simplified circuit. Next, we'll see that how actually in actual circuit we can apply these techniques and equations. Thank you so much.